There's this thinking that, yes, it may be hard to justify that valuation, nearly $700 billion, if you think of Tesla only as a car company, but many this year have started to think of it more like a tech company.
Hey, I'm Steven and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So happy 2021 everybody. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to one of my favorite Tesla bears / possibly, allegedly, maybe possibly closet Tesla bulls, Craig Irwin, sharing some of his thoughts about Tesla and also giving you guys an update about some really important news coming out of China that may have some impact on Tesla stock over the short to medium term. May not, you never know what happens to Tesla stock of course, but some really exciting news. So let's get into the video. But first, hey guys, if you live in the US and you'd like to help out the channel and get up to 4 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 2 free stocks between $2.50 and $250 each just for opening an account. And if you deposit $100, you'll get a further 2 free stocks valued between $8 and $1,600 each. That is an obnoxiously good return on your investment. I mean, really, deposit $100 and you'll end up with, at minimum, $21 worth of stocks, a 21% ROI on your money. And if you're in Australia, the UK, or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake also using the link in the description. Let's get back to it.
Tesla pushing above that $700 mark today. Now it's $714. What does Tesla need to stay at this level or push even higher in 2021?
So, the big question I get from the buy side is what's going to pull the luster off Tesla, right? So where they are now, they can basically invent their milestones. They're strictly in story stock territory.
Is Craig talking about Tesla here or Nikola? And by the way, shout out to all the people that still own Nikola stock. I just have to keep saying it. The bell curve is real.
They can tell people they're going to have an event, hold the event, and break out the pom-poms because they got the cheerleaders on the sidelines.
These are some weird comments from Craig, but I think he's talking about us guys. The Tesla fanboys, the Tesla fangirls, put on an event, we break out the pom-poms. Yeah, the pom-poms of neurons between our ears and actually think about things. For example, Tesla holds Battery Investor Day. The mainstream media is like, they didn't say there was a 1,000,000 mile battery. Disappointed. Meanwhile, Tesla unveiled a plan to halve their battery costs within a couple of years' time. They also did actually show the 1,000,000 mile battery, but they didn't have a label pointing it out to the people that couldn't figure it out because they don't want to have the Osborne effect. It was there. It was the high cycle life battery. Many people missed this, including those in the Tesla community. By the way, not hating, but this was something that Tesla intentionally didn't point out. And this is one of those things, if you really spend the time, think your way through these presentations and understand what they've talked about. If you don't get it, go back, pay attention, really try and soak up what was said, what was implied, etc. from these events. You can garner so much. And of course, I'm here with my pom-poms of intellectual capacity actually deploying that rather than just reacting, because I'm like, you know what? Here's some information that isn't really being discussed in the mainstream finance media that's probably valuable to Tesla investors and would-be investors. Here's what actually happened. Here's some insight. Here's some thinking. Here's some reasoning. And here's some conjecture as well. Make of it what you will. So definitely, he's got a point here. There's plenty of people now with the Tesla pom-poms that will be happy to share their thoughts and their opinions and their analysis of future Tesla events. I kind of wish I didn't feel compelled to be a cheerleader for Tesla, but I mean, when there's so much disinformation, I mean, the mainstream finance media's reaction to Tesla's Battery Investor Day was literally an embarrassment. Nobody on any of the networks did any homework, spent any time trying to understand this actual event or the implications, and universally, disappointing, big letdown, blah, 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 blah. It wasn't. It was absolutely fucking mind-blowing. The people whose opinions kind of matter, material scientists, battery experts, etc., got extremely excited about what Tesla unveiled. And the mainstream media was like, I don't understand. What does this mean? You don't know either? Okay. Disappointed.
I do not have any negative catalysts. I upgraded the stock to neutral earlier this summer, saying that we've got India and the mini car coming in 2020. It's just come out in the last week that they are preparing deliveries for India in January. India will be just as important as China. But stepping back, I mean, this $675 billion market cap, man, that's a big market cap for a company that's only going to produce maybe just a little over their half a million car bogey for this year. So
this is such a funny thing for Craig to say. Nobody's buying Tesla stock today based on their 2020 production volumes. It's their rate of growth, their future potential. Everyone's looking out into the future and going, you know what? I want a piece of that. And need I remind you, it was 2014. 6 years ago when Tesla first set their goal of delivering 500,000 vehicles in the year 2020, and they're going to do it. despite a pandemic.
It's going to be interesting to see how the story evolves. I don't see the luster coming off Tesla, and that's the big question I get from the buy side.
Right. And Emmanuel, there's this thinking that, yes, it may be hard to justify that valuation, nearly $700 billion, if you think of Tesla only as a car company. But many this year have started to think of it more like a tech company. What, in your mind, or how could Tesla lose some of that luster next year?
We're bullish Tesla, so we don't expect them to lose any luster. 2020 was a great year for the stock. I think 2021 is going to be a pivotal year for Tesla in terms of the actual business model. We're going to see growth acceleration in terms of number of vehicles sold, more markets, multiple factories being open, new vehicle models, basically pretty much firing on all cylinders, or their electric vehicle equivalent.
2021 is going to be a monstrous year for Tesla. Let's think our way through this. New products, Cybertruck, Semi, and Roadster, if they get around to it. And Tesla is likely to unveil the design for their compact, lower budget Tesla as well, the made in China design. No guarantees on this, but it's a pretty high probability that that product will be unveiled next year as well. Maybe the following year we might even see a Tesla van. Time will tell. In addition, the fucking gigantic Austin factory is under construction, should be completed next year. Same for the Berlin factory. Same for an enormous expansion at Shanghai as well. So Tesla really is firing on the equivalent of all cylinders. We've got the rollout of full self-driving, the commencement of made-in-China Model Y deliveries, and plenty more.
And to your point, I think that the work they're doing on the cost of batteries, trying to cut that in half again over the next couple of years or so, could unlock many, larger markets even, stationary storage, commercial vehicles for sure. And so I think investors have started incorporating some of that into their thinking about the stock. It's not just a dominant electric vehicle player, one that's prompting adoption. It's one that can also do very, very well in other markets, benefiting from its capacity and investments in batteries.
Yep. Emmanuel, though, I wonder, with a $680 billion market value as of this very moment, with the stock up another 3%, how much of that future that you're talking about is already discounted?
It's a great question. Look, when Tesla was the anomaly and it was just this stock with a high valuation, you would think, okay, maybe something's wrong, it's going to come back. There has been a lot of new electric vehicle investments coming to the market. A lot of them have done extremely well, and a lot of them are trading at similar valuations. I mean, NIO, Xpeng have actually higher EV to sales multiple than Tesla currently.
How's that for a stat? Really shows the Tesla ripple effect influencing the market caps, the valuations, the stock prices of other companies in the same space. It's like, yeah, Tesla did it. No problem executing, not that difficult. You don't need a leader like Elon. You don't need the world's best engineers. You don't need a huge technological lead. You don't need any of that stuff. Everything will be fine. Yeah, I'm going to bet on all of these companies as well. They'll go just like Tesla, because I missed out on Tesla, so I'm a smart investor. And by the way, there's nothing intrinsically wrong with investing in the stocks of these other EV companies, but we do have to face the facts. They have mountains to climb and a huge amount of execution risks still ahead of them.
I think investors are very clearly saying they're looking to play a secular theme. They're looking for growth. Electrification is really at the beginning. We're talking about a few percent of global auto sales that are electrified. Could it be closer to 100% by 2030?
To answer your question, yes, the electric vehicle market will be approximately 100% of the new vehicle market in 2030. You can count on it. By the way, credit where it's due, dude. I am impressed. I haven't heard anybody, apart from maybe somebody like Tony Seba, Kathy Wood, really discussing this possibility. It's usually an embarrassingly low underestimate. 5 million, 10 million, maybe 20 million vehicles per year in 2030 at best. So there's a long way to go before people realize the disruption that's about to take place. So bravo for actually acknowledging the fact that it's quite a high probability that most vehicles in 2030 will be electric. The vast majority of people out there, especially consumers and retail investors, are completely asleep to this fact.
I mean, this is really the beginning of a trend. And so, yes, on near-term metrics, it's expensive, but once you start looking out beyond it, I think that it's actually very reasonable for the growth that it offers.
I wholeheartedly agree on this point. With a long-term view, to me today, Tesla stock still seems dirt cheap. I won't be surprised if we see a 10x in the value of Tesla stock over the next decade, give or take. And now for some really exciting news and rumors about Tesla in China. Well, what do we have here? Breaking. Made in China Model Y prices are revised as follows. Looks like about almost a 10% price reduction on the all-wheel drive long range and on the performance model. Deliveries will start in January. This will be bad news for some of the Chinese competitors as their prices are all in the same range. Yeah, rip anyone trying to compete with Tesla if your product pricing is in the same range, because Tesla will dominate on features, functionality and overall value. There's no way to compete with Tesla on price. You're really going to need some extreme point of difference to make customers choose another vehicle over a far better value Tesla if you've got the same money to spend. These are the facts. And next minute, here we are over on Tasmanian. Shout out to Vincent and co. Rumor. Tesla China-made Model Y surpasses 100,000 orders within 10 hours of new pricing. Now, this is clearly just a rumor, but let's do a little bit of scrolling. Let's see what's going on. Here's a screenshot from the Tesla China WeBull account, very common means of communicating with the Chinese customer base and people that are interested in the company. The message translates to, currently, there are too many orders on the official website and may not be refreshed. Please be patient. In other words, the Tesla website in China crashed in the wake of this new pricing, plus there's rumors of maybe 100,000 or more units of the made in China Model Y being sold on this day just as a result of the pricing change. Deliveries starting early in the New Year's. This bodes really well for the future of Tesla. What an amazing start to 2021 this will be. How will Tesla stock respond on Monday to this positive news, these rumors out of China? Anybody's guess. I don't have a crystal ball. But we do have a lot of very positive catalysts just around the corner, including Tesla's imminent announcement that they have in fact delivered over 500,000 vehicles for the full year of 2020 despite the pandemic. Keep an eye out for that early next week. And by the way guys, it might be a last chance, so please leave your guess below for exactly how many vehicles Tesla will both produce and have delivered in the full year 2020. The closest guess gets absolutely nothing. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan, this is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget, if you live in the US and you'd like to help out the channel and get up to 4 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 2 free stocks between $2.50 and $250 each just for opening an account. And if you deposit $100, you'll get a further 2 free stocks valued between $8 and $1,600 each. And if you're in Australia, the UK or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake also using the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. PS, if you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.